at the Beebout Veterinary Medical Center, and I'm with Dr. Brandon Beebout, and we're going to cover a topic that is important to all you pet owners. We're talking about pantry do's and don'ts. Okay, let's start with the do's. Is there something in the pantry that maybe be okay for our pets?
So yeah, there's actually a shorter list of don'ts, and so with the do's, one of the main ones that we like to use, if we're gonna give our kids, our pets, things out of the pantry or out of the fridge. I'm a big carrots, cauliflower, broccoli type of guy. Green beans are very commonly used. I'll have owners come in and, hey, I'm trying to cut weight. I've switched kibble out for green beans. Totally fine. Just like us, we should be eating things with color and those type of things. There are a few, again, on the other side. Other things on the fruit side, bananas are okay, apples are okay, and then a lot of people actually use ice cubes a lot. I mean, even though it's not necessarily food, people always wonder, like, there was a thing going around viral about putting ice in the water bowl and it was hurting dogs. And, dogs aren't immune to brain freeze and things like that. There's cat commercials out there with ice cream and things. And so we want to keep it bland, so we're not salting and peppering our chicken, our boneless, skinless chicken, ripping the skin off, those type of things, because we want it bland, so we don't upset that tummy. So those are kind of the do's.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the don'ts.
Yeah, the don'ts. And some of them, I'm sure a lot of you out there watching have done this. Grapes is a big one.
What in grapes? Is it toxic or what?
It is toxic, and just recently, I mean, this is a year or two ago, they just found the toxic component of it. So this is brand new, but we just know, here's the thing. A Great Dane can eat one grape and get sick. And this is affects kidney, acute kidney injury. Kidneys don't come back, they're not regenerative, they're not our liver. And so that is something serious, and it takes 48, 72 hours to show signs. And so it's a little bit late when it's like, oh, now my dog is sick, and 3 days ago he ate a grape. A Shih Tzu can eat 100 grapes and be totally fine. So it's idiosyncratic. We don't know who is going to react. We think it's about 50%. And so do you want to be a part of that coin flip of, is my dog going to live or die? Get that kid in. One, don't feed grapes. Round, they fall on the floor, they roll around. It's easy for a treat for a pet, but now we know, so raisins included in that. And so decontaminate, so we want them to vomit those grapes up. We just saw this within the week. We see it often, 10 times a year, easy.
Really?
And so that's a big one. Chocolate is the one that we think about growing up. Like, oh yeah, chocolate's bad for dogs. It is. It's definitely an overrated poison. But it's still not something I'm going to go ahead and feed my dog. Obviously, we have our Hershey Kisses in here. That is kind of like our last meal type of thing for these guys, because chocolate's amazing. We all love chocolate, and they're not supposed to have it, but they kind of get it at the end here. And that's something that goes through the liver and the gut, and it recirculates, and so it can kind of be toxic there. Smaller dogs, and the darker the chocolate, the more problems we're going to have. What's left, onions, garlic go together, kind of cause a low red blood cell count if we get too much. It takes quite a bit, but that's something that lots of times we use that as toppers on things. And then macadamia nuts can cause intermittent neurological signs. And a big one we've been seeing lately, a lot of people are doing Instacart, and the dogs get into the Instacart out front before the owners go out there and get it. We just had this, and they chucked up a whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate and then a whole 24-pack of Trident with xylitol. So xylitol, you need to look at these ingredients. There's peanut butters out there with xylitol in it. Ooh. Causes an acute drop in your blood sugar. These guys come in, Labradors, seizing because they had some Splenda on the floor and got into it, type of thing. And that can cause long-term liver damage. And so their IV catheter spiked with sugar, and that's kind of a 2 to 3 day period. Really expensive pack of Trident, for sure.
Wow, so you need to know what your pet's been around then.
Absolutely. And then if you have any questions, Google's a good tool, sure. ASPCA poison control is another good option. Call your veterinarian.
Wonderful information. Thank you for sharing that today. We appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. Stay with us next Monday as we bring you another edition of Pet Doc from Beebout Veterinary Medical Center.